Ay kamatayan o kamatayang anong tamis, ihimlay mo kami sa piling ng mga gahis. Sa ritmo at awit ng putok ng inyong mga baril, at sangalit ng pagganti ng tugmaan kong matatabil. I'm Axel Pinpin. I came all the way from the Philippines. I'm an activist. Actually, I would like to be called as a revolutionary and a poet. The 28 months of my life, something like 10 months without sunlight, and then like that's how the things happening in the Philippines when you're a political prisoner. So I was charged with a case of rebellion. I was accused of being a communist guerrilla. But actually I am working for the peasant group. A political prisoner song. My wall is not only cold and unkempt. Frame on it, it is the welt mark of torment. My floor is not only dirty and roughly done. Laid on it is my ailing boredom. My prison bars do not only have rust for scabs. My prison bars do not only have rust for scabs. Crusting on it are wounds of longing for freedom. Wash with the sabi of poem the wounds of freedom. Wash with the sabi of poems the wounds of freedom. Bash down the 50 bars of prison. Bash down the 50 bars of prison. Smash and smash down the pestilence of oppression. Smash and smash down the pestilence of oppression. Rise, 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 rise up in the night with the raging light. Rise up in the night with the raging light. Break down the weak walls of repression. Break down the weak walls of repression. And fight back incarceration with cries of emancipation. Thank you very much. So the first performance that I did, it was a poetry that I performed in front of the people who abducted us, who kidnapped us. I don't want to call it as an arrest because it is illegal. So they asked me to recite a poem, and then I said to myself, oh, you guys made a mistake for asking a poem from me. Probably if they ask for me to sing, that'll be a problem for me. Yeah.
Why do I not cry?
Bakit hindi ako umiiyak?
Sir, why do you not cry?
Ginoo, bakit mo ka umiiyak?
You have to release the tears,
Kailangan mong itapon ng lupa.
for they could drift downstream.
Baka sakaling ano rin
Then
yan.
what? The rage and anger,
Pagkainit,
the yearning,
ang puot at
the
galit,
tears lies your salvation.
ang pagkagiliw at pananabik,
My tears have long dried out.
natuyo na.
Now the blazing flames flow out through my
Natuyo na
once tearing
ang aking
eyes.
luha.
After all my pain and suffering are sparked by the thought of faint cries of mothers driven from their lands,
Ng mga inang nawalan ng lupa, inagawan
robbed
ng
of
anak,
their children,
o anak na dinukot ang ina,
perhaps children
o
robbed of
kaya
their
anak na
mothers,
dinukot sa
or
sinapupunan ng
perhaps
ina,
children stolen away from the safety of their mother's wombs.
upang ipangtambak ang kanilang bangkay
Have your corpse scattered upon the land their
sa
mothers wish
patubig
to protect.
ng ipinangtatanggol na lupa.
Their cries, their tears are enough.
Sapat na ang kanilang iniiyak, sapat na ang kanilang iniluha.
It has already downed this poem of mine.
Nilunod na nito ang aking mga tula.
Feel it in these marred words, these marred pages.
Damhin mo sa nalusak na katagat-pahina.
Not even tears of blood flow painfully
Ngayon mahapding iluha ang dugo.
when anger makes it flow.
Lalo't puyos ang
Instead of
nagpapadaloy
despair.
kaysa pagkabigo. Natuyo na ang aking luha. Natuyo na ang aking luha.
Their cries, their tears are enough.
Sapat na ang kanilang iniiyak, iniluha.
It has already drowned this poem of mine.
Nilunod na nito ang kanilang mga tula.
Feel it in these marred words, these
Damhin mo
marred
sa nalusak
pages.
na katagat-pahina. Ngayon mahapding iluha ang dugo.
Tears of blood
Ngayon
flow
mahapding iluha
painfully.
ang dugo.
No, even tears of blood
mahapding
flow
iluha ang
painfully.
dugo.
No, even tears of
iluha ang
blood
dugo.
flow painfully.
Lalo't puyos ang
When
nagpapadaloy.
anger makes it flow.
Lalo't puyos ang
When
nagpapadaloy.
anger makes it flow.
Kaysa pagkabigo.
Instead of despair.
I already knew what is happening. In fact, as I was saying before, I'm just waiting for a gunshot. Then they said, okay, face on the concrete, something like this. Just like this. And then putting blindfold, they put a packaging tape here. Yeah, so physically they throw me like
Sack of potato.
like a sack of potato, like a grasshopper. I cannot say I was thrown like a pig. Because I don't like a pig, so I was thrown like a grasshopper inside the van. So during that time, it's a little bit animated, and I'm trying to tell the story, in a comic way, but I think my balls is all over the street during that time. So the first thing that I try to convince myself is I'm going to die. I'm really going to die. And it is the hardest way. But I told myself that, all right, Axel, since you keep on promising and pledging to the people that you will be giving your life,
It's worth dying
it's
for.
worth dying for, giving your life for the people. So this is the time. Give up your life. So, yeah, when I was convinced already that I am going to die, I became more relaxed and I was able to recover. I said I'll be ready for the interrogation. I'll be ready for the torture. All the things that you can watch on the television and in the Hollywood movies, they're all happening actually. They're all happening.
Torture.
Torture, and the interrogation. So we were put in the van. We have a long trip, and then after that, I'm sure, we don't know actually because we're already blindfolded. What they used was newspaper. They fold it really thick, then wrap our face and our ears was folded like this, so we cannot hear that much. Then after the newspaper, they put a packaging tape on top of it. So, and every time that they think that we can see under the blindfold, they keep on putting packaging tape. So after a week of being blindfolded, nagdugo. It bleeds. Yeah.
Started to bleed.
Yeah.